I think
Oh, here we go.
we're live, I think. Yep. Why is not showing on my thing?
Still says waiting for Raven Wolf. Okay, here we go. We are live.
We're live. Hi everyone. We are here, well, Nizz, and we're doing our weekly show for this week. We couldn't do one last week because we were just busy and getting things done and stuff. But yeah, we're here. So welcome and thank you for being here and joining us. And it's going to be a fun one. So welcome, Nizz.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your channel.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking tonight about worldwide narcissism. So very interesting talk, right, Nizz?
Yeah, very interesting. Something that Anna and I have both noticed is that on a grand scale, if we think about the fact that the world is pretty much ran by narcissists, right? And what we in turn do is like what Anna and I have talked about on other videos is that the governments or whoever runs the world is basically like our parents. And what we end up doing is we emulate the behavior that's modeled to us. So for anyone to actually say that one person is, a complete narcissist, and we're just realizing that everyone suffers from some degree of it, and it's about us trying to heal ourselves and recognize those things. So we're going to bring up the different types of narcissists that there are, and both Anna and I have realized that there are some things in the articles in the research that we've done that we relate to, as far as, wow, I did have a problem with that, but I'm working on it now. Or I do have a problem with that, and now I recognize it, and I see that it's something I need to fix.
Right. And when we were doing this research, I kind of had a realization that we all are narcissistic to some degree, like you were saying. So yeah, that was very interesting because yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And we end up blaming each other for the exact same things that we're doing ourselves because, like as we mentioned before, it's like the law of attraction. We attract people into our lives that are mirrors, that are showing us what we need to work on. So when we see someone that we feel is a narcissist, we do have to stop and think, okay, are they legit, like not being okay, or does it mean that there's something that I need to work on? Is that why this is happening to me?
You mean like projecting?
Yeah, like projecting.
Yeah. 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 Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. So, oh no, I'm sorry. So yeah, we end up projecting out the reality that we have in our minds, and then we also we had talked about all of the different psychic powers that we have. We all have them. The thing is that they reflect our beliefs. So they're like, when I tap into my intuition, sometimes I can be correct as far as like maybe so and so was really doing something that was not okay, but what did I do to perpetuate that behavior?
Right.
And that's what I think is most important, that we should be working on, instead of just personally, instead of just calling each other out.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about, at the end, is doing your own inner work and trying to be the best human you can be while you're still here.
Yeah. So. And then we also found in our research that you can't change a narcissist's mind. So someone can't change my mind until I'm ready for it.
And I have to be. It's not only narcissists, but it's anyone. You can't help or change anyone if they don't want to get help or change, and they have to do it on their own. Nobody can. I mean, you can show them the way, but they have to do the work to get there.
Yes, exactly. So on a grander scale, it really seems like what we need to be doing is unraveling these narcissistic behaviors that we've been taught is okay.
And be open to accept the fact that, oh wow, like, yeah, that sounds like me. Geez, maybe I need to work on that. Like, be honest with yourself, and don't be so thinking you're so high up that, oh no, that's not me. Like, humble yourself and like really do your inner work.
Yeah. Yes.
um Before we continue, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Do you
Okay.
have the chat with you, Nizz?
Ooh, I just pulled it up.
Oh, cool.
Woohoo!
So let's see. There's C Golden, K, Jeffrey, Milky K, DJ Ransom, Sunshine On, Jeffrey, Angel, Twin Flame. I don't know. Hi everyone, welcome.
Hi.
Rainbow.
Nice.
Did I say it, Rainbow? Oh yeah. Mother Nature. All right, well, everybody, welcome and thank you for watching. Oh, Violet. Yeah, Violet is there too. Hi, Violet.
Flame.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Allen.
Yeah, Joe.
Sue. Z Golden.
Ghost. Numi.
Joe. Wait, you said that already, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And Mother Nature. Oh my gosh, there's so many awesome people here.
I know. I'm so excited. Thank you. The hard return.
Hi, Angel.
Hi. Cool. Well, I'm so happy, and I can say but for both of us, we're so happy that you guys are here. Everybody, awesome people. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. And call us on our shiz too, just as long as you do it in a loving way.
Yes. From your heart. From
your heart. Yeah. Not
yeah.
in a cruel way. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you want me to?
Yeah, Nizz had some articles that we want to share and read with you guys. So, do you want to screen share?
Sure thing. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to get into the right screen because I went to our YouTube.
Oh.
Went to the boob tube. I'm just playing.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Melissa.
Share screen. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Gnostic Spirit.
Hi, Gnostic Spirit.
I'm seeing a lot of people that I haven't seen before, so thank you for coming to my channel and checking it out, and welcome. I hope you enjoy this awesome peeps.
Awesome. So, as empaths, everyone is an empath. It's just the degree of how empathetic you are, really, and how you can tap into it. But for people who are very, very empathetic, can be sucked into situations where they sacrifice their own beliefs in order to please others, and that is something that we've talked about a lot. And it can create, like where we play the victim, and we do very similar things to what can be considered narcissism.
Right.
I realized on my video I didn't even say narcissism right. I was saying narcissism. Whatever.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Hey. Yeah, don't ask me. I don't even say words right, so.
Oh, but you're so awesome, Anna. I love the way you say your words.
Hey, I have to speak and say my piece and speak from my heart, and sometimes it's not perfect English, but that's just the way I have to say my message.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's your own creative, special way.
Yeah.
So there are 4 different types of empaths in this article to look out for. And then, but with what Anna and I were talking about, there are also 4 types of narcissism that we should look out for within ourselves. So there are articles out there about protecting yourself from narcissists. Unfortunately, this language promotes a disempowering notion that other people are out to get you, and they're not. People act within the limits of their conscious capacity, and sometimes that involves hurting others. The more you perceive yourself as a victim, though, the people that we would consider, that you would consider a narcissist, the less capable you'll be of truly owning your personal power. And I would say not only as an empath, but just as a human being. You
Right.
know, I
Yeah.
don't think we necessarily need to be putting each other into all of these boxes and categories.
Yeah, because that's
Because
just causing more division.
it is, yeah, yeah. I agree. So we're going to try and make this as general as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two types of narcissism, and it's split up into four different subcategories. So the vulnerable narcissists, these people are generally very sensitive and tend to be quiet or shy by nature. Yet to disguise their chronic feelings of self-hatred and unworthiness, vulnerable narcissists compensate by putting on a mask. I don't want to say that word. Seeking to merge their identities with other idealized people. VNs have an unshakable need to feel special about themselves and have little genuine regard for the feelings of others. VNs are primarily motivated by fear of rejection and abandonment, thus don't have the capacity to authentically love and care for others. Additionally, VNs use emotional manipulation such as shaming, guilt tripping, and gaslighting to secure sympathy and attention from others. Their lives are fueled by inferiority complexes, which often stem from childhood mistreatment. Now, I gotta say, I identify with a lot of this personally.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of things that I had done, choices that I made, situations that I put myself in, situations that I would put other people in, was based off of my own traumas and a fear of rejection and abandonment. So, yeah, like I said, I identify with some things
Yeah.
in all of this. And then there's the invulnerable narcissists. What these people do is they reflect the traditional image of the narcissist, that of a highly self-confident person, a
Mm.
cold, unempathetic person. These people, I was reading in another article too that they are able to just shut off their emotion when they need to. Um, that way, they don't feel any kind of guilt or remorse for hurting others.
Hmm.
Um,
That's
they're
interesting.
thick-skinned and shamelessly seek for power, glory, recognition, and pleasure. INs often suffer from God complexes, believing themselves to be far superior to everyone else, and they have a pathological need to make that known. So both types share similar traits, and such as using others to fuel their narcissistic delusions, blaming and criticizing, a lack of empathy, unfaithfulness, and a need for power. Pretty much just breaks down.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us. I mean, I've been through.
Yeah.
I may be an empath, but there's times where I've had a lack of empathy easily,
Yeah.
or felt like I needed to be the one on top, to have the power. All of us have done this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah. And I'm not saying that everyone has done exactly what I've done, but we've all done
No.
some of these things, and we all continue to do them to some degree.
Yeah.
Um, so then there's the amorous narcissist.
But hold on.
Yeah.
Before you go on, I was gonna say the pattern here. It seems like the narcissistic, even the different types, they all depend on like someone.
Yes.
So
They
they
depend
can't be
on.
narcissistic by themselves. You know what I mean? They need people to feed off their whatever they need to feed off. Their
Yeah.
drama, their
Yes.
whatever, their narcissism complex. I don't know.
No, you're right. And what neutralizes situations that people can create is by not feeding into it, and not giving it your energy, and because no matter what, other people are going to do what they're going to do. All we can
And
control.
plus, they're not gonna believe. They're not gonna believe you. They're not gonna hear you. They're not really gonna, So there's no point of you trying to explain over and over, and you know, it's just not gonna work. It's not a way to fight narcissism.
No, and in fact, I think that taking the high road and modeling to people how they should react in situations or show them what they're not is probably the best way to deal with situations like this.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
yeah, and
100%.
right. And if that negativity ends up sucking us in, then we definitely need to pull ourselves away from it. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I
Do
interrupted.
you want to move on? No,
Yes.
you're good.
Yes, keep reading.
Would you like to move on to the subject? Okay. Okay.
So is it?
So there are the amorous narcissists.
Go ahead. There's a lag.
Amorous?
So. Yes.
Oh.
Go ahead.
You keep like freezing and then cutting out. Is everything okay now? Are we good?
I do. Damn.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We're fine.
Okay. So the amorous ones measure their self-worth and grandiosity by how many sexual conquests they have under their belt. This type of person is known for using his or her charm to ensnare others with flattery and gifts, but then quickly disposing them once they become boring and when they have met the narcissist's needs, often sexual or image status oriented. Amorous narcissists are the ultimate relationship con artists, gold diggers, heartbreakers, the black widows. No,
oh, wow.
First glance, yeah, no, it makes you think of Addams Family Values. Debbie, she was considered the black widow. She was trying to marry Fester for his money. Anyways, love that movie. I love the Addams. Anyways, let's see. At first glance, they appear to be highly attractive, alluring, and amiable. But underneath, they are only trying to please and satiate their own needs and desires.
Wow.
It doesn't have to do with your needs and desires.
Well, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure I had a boyfriend like that.
You know what? That's crazy you say that because I'm pretty sure I had one like that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure we're not the only ones here. I'm sure it happens more than we think.
Yeah. Well, and I have to say, like, trying to look at it from all perspectives, it tells me that perhaps this person has suffered from sexual past traumas, and they're trying to, like, you notice how some people have a hard time tapping into their sexuality or being able to achieve like that ultimate orgasm, so they end up going to these links to try and achieve that. So I think these are all just results of trauma that need to be healed.
Yeah.
But then there's the compensatory narcissists, driven to compensate for past traumas. They love creating larger than life illusions of themselves and their achievements in order to regain power and control over their lives. This type of narcissist usually hunts out emotionally vulnerable people who will serve as the audience to their fabricated stage acts. In reality, this type of narcissist is extremely sensitive to criticism and will frequently look out for negative directed cues from others. Emotional abuse and manipulation is a common method of control used by this type.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. And how many people have, dealt with this even within their own families too?
Yeah, because a lot.
Right? Because there's usually a person in the family that has to be, that wants to be on top and breaks everyone else down so that they can always look like the good guy or the awesome one.
Yeah. And in one article that I was reading, it said something like, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, that any kind of narcissistic people, they believe in like, what is it? Um, let me see. And heroes and what is it? The other one? Heroes against
Villains?
yes. They believe in their mind, heroes and villains. So if you know they're the villain, if they're the heroes, they make you be the villain.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense.
That makes absolute sense. And when I saw this description, it made me think of the hero card reversed
Oh
in
wow,
my tarot deck.
that's cool.
Right. And when it's in reverse, that's when someone thinks that they're doing the right thing by being like pillar of the community, getting a job where they actually look, great and good. But what's happening underneath is they're just trying to hide that they're really not the heroes. But they
Yeah,
want to put on this persona that they are, and they think that by putting that out to other people, that, oh, Leak Project is live. Did you see it pop up?
no.
But as long as they project that out to
Oh, yeah.
others, then they end up feeling better about themselves.
Well, the thing is, if a family member or whatever is narcissist like that, and you make them realize that they are, then you're the villain because you're making them feel bad, or you know what I mean, for telling them.
That's like the gaslighting thing. That's
Yes,
happened to me before too.
yes,
Yeah. Where it's like I called someone on something and they were like, well, you went through this period of time where you did this, this, and this. So I don't know if I should really take what you
yes,
said into account.
yeah,
And then your past gets thrown into your face. And it's
yeah,
like, that was uncalled for.
yeah, yeah. It's sad, and it happens a lot in families. You're right.
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you could see all of these. There's the elitist narcissist. This breed of person does anything to climb to the top, win, and completely dominate others. Elitist narcissists are convinced that they are better than everyone else, often due to their achievements or their background, or simply the fact that they were born that way, and thus they deserve special treatment. Their sense of entitlement bleeds into every area of life, from work to family environment, um, harboring a severely inflated self image. Elite narcissists are skilled self promoters, braggers, one uppers, but they have a cutthroat need to be the best, to prove themselves to be intellectually superior all the time at all costs.
that sounds a lot like the people that worked for our government. Hillary,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. These are the people that are running our country right now. I
Yeah.
was kidding.
No, yeah.
Not
I
our
mean,
country, but
that's
our
the first
world.
thought it came in my mind when you were reading that. So,
Well, then, yeah, it probably popped into your head for a reason.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the world is ran by the elitist narcissist.
Hello? I can't hear you. Nizz? Nizz?
With antisocial
Oh,
personality
you
disorder.
caught there for a
Um,
minute.
it says my internet connection is unstable. Am I freezing?
You didn't freeze, but your audio caught. I don't know what happened.
Oh, this sucks.
Says Renee, have you stopped? Why you don't stop screen share?
Does
Maybe
anybody
that will.
see me? Hello? Did I freeze?
I don't think we
Yeah?
can see you. Hold on. Let's see.
Hello?
Did Nizz froze? I can. I don't know. They're not saying anything. Oh, it says, and she is gone again. Yes, we see you, Nizz. Okay, they see you. Nizz? What the heck? Nizz, you're gone. So she's gone. You're gone. Um, I don't know what to say. Okay, there you are. You're muted. You're muted. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Did you leave and come back?
I guess so. It popped me right out.
Oh, yeah, probably because your internet. That happens to me all the time. My internet connection sucks or something, even though I pay all money for it, but whatever. And then it pops me out and it brings me back automatically. So I'm very familiar with that. Yeah.
It's really annoying. Yeah, it said my internet connection was unstable, and I was like, wait a minute, Anna, am I freezing? And you were like, frozen.
So yeah, if I was frozen, you were, yeah.
Yeah, it was my internet connection.
Oh.
What is it? Z said that I shouldn't share again or something like that.
Oh, screen share?
Yeah, Z, you're funny. All right, let's go back to our article.
Oh, yeah.
Article. Article. Anyways. Okay. So, the malignant narcissist. Okay. The behavior of a malignant narcissist often overlaps with that of psychopaths and those with antisocial personality disorder. Malignant narcissists often have no regard or interest in moral versus immoral behavior and don't feel remorse for their actions. This subgroup is characterized by an arrogant and inflated sense of self-worth, what delights in outsmarting others. This type of narcissist can also be found in prisons, gangs, drug rehabilitation centers, although many manage to run afoul of the law.
Afoul? What is that word?
Afoul.
Next to the law? No.
You just, like they just make it right under the radar.
Oh. Like
magically, they know how to not get caught.
Interesting.
There are some people who are very smart like that who just, I don't know how it happens, but it does.
Yeah.
And then, so since this ends up bringing up psychopaths, does everybody know what the difference is between a psychopath and a sociopath?
I don't.
Okay.
Well, I kind of know, but I'm not really. Do you want to do a search?
Yeah, actually, I already pulled it up. I just can't get rid of the little bar that at the top that says.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Screen share and all that.
Why you don't close one, like that Loner Wolf page, and then open so that one it will scoot over?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that will make any.
I think it's here. Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, a sociopath typically has a conscience, but it's weak. He or she may know that taking your money is wrong, and he might feel some guilt or remorse, but that won't stop his behavior. Both lack of empathy and the ability to stand in someone's shoes and understand how they feel. But a psychopath has less regard for others. Someone with this personality type sees others as objects that he or she can use for their own benefit.
Okay, so, pretty clear.
Right, and it really does bleed into what we're talking about. With, like, all of this stuff is just intertwined.
And also with mind control.
Right. So there's all of this programming that's done to us. There's the mind control. There's there's a lot that we need to unravel ourselves from.
Yeah.
So, another thing, I don't know if anyone is subscribed to Higher Self. Recently, Higher Self posted a video about there are spiritual narcissism and propaganda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you there?
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I was looking at, never mind. I was gonna say maybe I'm gonna put the link of that video on the description thing, so they can watch it if they want.
Oh, okay.
And also your maybe you can. Well, you sent me those articles, right?
Yeah.
So I can just put them also there. But yeah. I like that channel, the Higher Self. So
Me?
you want to explain that video?
Oh yeah. So that video is talking about is a couple of different issues. One I can relate to, where people are awakening and they're coming into their truth, and then they end up developing some sort of a God complex, or feeling like they're the ones with the answers, they're the ones that have to guide and save everyone. When and I have to, the reason why I relate to that part is because when I had my really huge awakening, I was starting into the narcissist behavior where I was saying, like, this is what it is, how come nobody's listening to me, feeling like I was the only one who knew the answers, when I'm realizing now on this journey that, I don't have all the answers. We all have little bits of the answers, and we're all supposed to just share our knowledge and exchange and communicate and just try to work for a higher consciousness for all.
Exactly.
And also mention that there are spiritual narcissists who are about propaganda, where they're bringing up issues that are not necessary, that create tension within groups and within people. They do it publicly rather than handling issues privately with people. So that's another issue that's coming up with that's happening among people that are waking up, and that are trying to guide people spiritually.
Yeah, I see that a lot too.
Right. I have to say too, it has been so hard for me to avoid doing that too on my channel.
Yeah.
Like where I see something and I'm like, oh, I'm like biting my tongue, but I realize if I do that, I'm just as bad as the people that I'm blaming.
You
And I
know,
can't do that.
you know how I look at it? I look at it in a way where they're just learn from it. Use it as a lesson. What can you learn from that situation or that person? And you're frozen again. Oh man. You're gone. Think she's gonna be back. I hope. So let me see.
Hey, are you there?
Oh, I can hear you. Okay, there you go. Yes, you're back. Yeah, you were freezing, and you still are. Nizz, hello. So you will be back. I was gonna see what's up in the chat. Let's see. So what's up, guys? So, are you gonna try to come back, Nizz? That's funny, see Golden. So how's everybody's Tuesday going? Oh, yeah, today's Tuesday. What's up, Ransom? Still reptilians, that's funny. It sucks because I know exactly how that feels, because that happens to me often, very often, and it sucks. Okay, there's this. Hey. Oh, now you're still muted. Like, we can't hear you again.
Wow, I feel like a circus clown right now. Like, what is going on?
And yeah, I do feel like a nervous lone wolf, raven wolf.
I was all mad. I was like, I do not appreciate my internet connection, guys.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there she is.
Oh man, this better not happen again.
I don't even know what our train of thought was.
I was saying, like, I've been tempted to do the same kinds of like propaganda thing on my channel, but then I realized that if I do that, then I'm just as bad as the people that I'm blaming because I'm doing exactly what I'm saying they're doing.
Yeah, I know. I struggle with that too. But I was saying, I don't know how much you can hurt what I was saying, but instead of doing what they're doing, why instead of doing that, why you don't use that as a learning situation or as a learning opportunity to try to see what you can do differently? Because you have a choice. So why not?
Right. And have you ever heard that saying, luck is when preparation meets opportunity? So you're
No.
never really, oh, okay. So it's a great saying. I love it. I don't know exactly where it originated from. It's not me. But there's talk about there really actually isn't luck. It's when you've prepared for something, you meet it, you see an opportunity, you're prepared for that opportunity and you tackle it and you get lucky. You get what you want out of the
Okay.
situation because you're
I
prepared for
see.
it.
So that's what that means, that saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty much like what you just said. See it as an opportunity
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Exactly.
just make that choice to learn from it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, I know. It's brilliant, isn't it? You're so cool. Oh, I actually have a video that I ended up putting to private on my channel like 2 or 3 months ago where I had called someone out and I ended up getting rid of the video because I realized that what I was doing was exactly what I was blaming the other people for doing.
I see.
So
Yeah.
I've been there, guys. I've been there.
Yeah. No, yeah. I've been there too. Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember time for that?
What? You're frozen.
Yeah. And I was
What
like,
you
ain't
said?
nobody got time for that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. So that's one of my pet peeves, I told you. And I think we're on the same page with this of, you know, not doing what you hate or what you don't like other people doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And we've come to
Or,
realize that what?
sorry.
No, you're good. Go for it, girl.
I said, or do what you preach. Like, that's a big
Yeah.
thing for me. Do what you preach. If you don't do what you preach, then don't say anything. You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's integrity. That's what we were talking about with integrity. Sunshine on talks about that, loving with integrity. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, where you talk the talk and you walk the walk.
Yes.
Like you do what you say.
Yeah.
That's upholding your integrity.
Yes. I love that. Nice. Nice sunshine.
Yeah. That was great. Sunshine and Rainbow. And then also Sunshine, Rainbow, and Bright Celtic Moonlight.
Yes.
Um, yeah, they did the radio show. They're in the chat, so subscribe to their channels.
Yes.
Is Bright, I don't
Yes.
know if Bright Celtic Moonlight is, but
I don't think she's here,
um,
but she has also. Did you see her last video when she's singing or talking? And
oh my gosh.
isn't it so beautiful?
There is when she says it, when she says those things, it taps into something different in me. I feel
That's
it.
awesome.
Like I feel that vibration of whatever she's putting out when she does it.
Yeah, it was really neat to watch. So yeah, subscribe to everybody that have a
Yeah,
channel here. See Golden, Violet. Does Kay has a channel? I thought she did, right?
she does. She has a video up,
Okay.
and
Yeah, because
it's a
I
great
see.
video.
Yeah, and then Sunshine On. Rainbow has a channel and she does live feeds too.
Yes.
Milky Way does awesome videos. Have you seen his channel?
Yes.
You
Milky
probably will
Way
like it, yeah.
Weekly. Yeah. You cover some cool stuff. Maybe you should be called Sky Stalker more than me.
You haven't been stalking the sky lately, Nizz?
Oh, well, I have, but if it's like the same types of patterns and stuff, I just kind of let it slide and then I'll like mention something when I notice something really off.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, subscribe everybody. We love our community and we want
Yeah.
to spread love around. Love and peace. Like I
Oh,
always
yeah.
do.
Well, that's really what it's all about. We're all just, we are who we are. We're accepting of who we are, and we're learning from each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that I don't know about you, but that's when I've found myself growing and learning more when, a community is there to, if you have questions or if you have, you know, whatever, that you can ask somebody or you can watch a video that somebody that you can, value their opinion, or I don't know, somebody that seems more knowledgeable than you are, or I don't know.
Right.
I really like that about the community.
It's really crazy because I feel like we're all connected to some degree. So do you ever see like, someone's video pop up and you're like, I was just dealing with that, or oh, I was asking the same question, and they end up
Yes.
addressing that in their video, and it's like,
Yes. Oh my
oh,
gosh. Yes.
I'm melting. I love you.
Yes. Yes. It just happened to be like you're going through something specific, and then next thing you know, somebody that you watch a video about someone, they just say what you need to hear.
Yes.
And actually, I don't know about you, but were you a Christian before, or a Catholic, or
Catholic.
Catholic?
Yeah.
Okay, I was a Catholic. I was born and raised Catholic, and then I separated from that, and I became a Christian. What were gonna say something?
Oh no, I meant to say me too, but only one
Oh,
finger went up, and
oh!
that looked dumb. So I don't know
I
why it
thought you were
happened.
like saying like something, like you were gonna say something.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, keep going. So you were raised Catholic, and then
I was
you.
born and raised Catholic. My family from both sides, they're extremely religious. So yeah, I was born and raised Catholic, and then like in my late 20s, I separated from that and I became a Christian. But I don't know about you, but like when I will be reading the Bible, or let's say some specific situation was happening in my life at that moment, I will turn into the Bible and I will look like, and it happened to be like every time I open the Bible, it would be in the right passage, that it was like the right message that I needed to hear, that you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I kind of feel like the same kind of thing. I don't know how to call that. Synchronicity? Is that a synchronicity, you think?
I think that it is a
Yeah.
synchronicity because the universe is speaking to you. It doesn't matter how it speaks to you, but it is.
Yeah. Well, the same thing will be with the videos now with YouTube, Now in my
Yes.
spiritual walk, not religious walk, uh, I will get the same kind of things, synchronicities. So yeah.
Yeah. And confirmations and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like if you really want something answered, the universe will show you somehow as long as you're paying attention.
Right.
And
Exactly.
obviously other people in our community are paying attention too.
Yes. Yes. So we kind of railed off the narcissism stuff.
Oh yes, we did just slightly go off topic,
Right.
but that is okay. Um, because the important thing that we wanted to bring up, especially with this, is it's not about trying to change anyone else. It's about regaining your own personal power. And we truly don't have power over ourselves if we're using others for this false sense of power. That's not legit. It's not legitimate self-empowerment. And it's just important for us to notice the differences of yeah, one word or one saying like power can have so many different meanings. And it's all about how you decide to use it.
Exactly. And words are very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm noticing that more and more as time goes on. Like a thought is a thing. Once it comes out of your mouth, then it helps co-create destinies, fates, things that will happen.
Yeah. And that you attract.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And I'm still definitely attracting people and situations into my life that show me that there's still a lot that I have to work on.
But I think that's part of life, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're all in a learning journey, and if you believe that you know everything and you don't need to learn anymore, then there's something wrong with you, you know, because I don't think and we're never going to stop learning till the day we transcend, you know?
Yes. Yes.
I like that word better than dying.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Have you heard of or read the Tibetan book of living and dying?
I heard about it, but not, somebody mentioned it before.
I tried to read the
Have
book of
Rex mentioned that before or no?
I think he mentioned the Book of the Dead.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know
that's
if
different
maybe
one.
he
Never
didn't.
mind.
It's the same author as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. It's the same author.
Okay.
But what he did is he took all of the studies from the Book of the Dead and he applied it to where we end up understanding our transcendence while we're alive, because that is the important part of transcending at the end, is to know, is to put all of these things into practice and understand what we need to do on a mental level before we end up transcending. And it talks a lot about the society is built on pulling people further from source.
Oh,
There's a
wow.
lot of people, yeah, like about people don't believe in God anymore. People don't believe that they even have a spirit. They think that just the body that we have now, this is it. Like just this life now, this is it. So what it does is it takes away people's co-creation abilities for wanting to make a better future for everyone else
Like
who's after
manifesting.
that. Yeah, because we're in that mindset of, well, this is it, go out with a bang. Who cares
Yeah.
what anyone thinks? Who cares who I hurt in the process?
And sadly, nowadays it's a lot like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cutthroat because we're not very connected to our own souls, our own spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not learned to nurture it. We're taught from a very young age to separate from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, we just emulate the behavior that's modeled to us. That's how we're
Yeah.
taught. This is one of the biggest ways that we learn is by modeled behavior. I mean,
Yeah.
whether we consciously know what the behavior is or not, we're still going to have the same types of reactions, have the same types of judgments as the people who
Like
have
a circle,
posed
right?
those on us. Yes, it's just a cycle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, and I think the important part is when you're doing a cycle that is a not very healthy cycle, the trick is to recognize it and realize, like, what the am I doing? Like, this is not working. Where am I getting with this? I know the results. I've done it plenty of times over and over and over. Like, when do you wake up and realize, like, okay, I got to change this because this is not working out for me? Because I know it went like that for you, and it went like that for me at some point in my life.
mm-hmm.
And I think it's because the want of wanting to have a better future, you know?
Yeah, yeah. My biggest thing was I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want my life like this anymore.
Yeah.
What do I got to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Same with me. So that's why I believe everybody can do this. It's not like you're special or I'm special. Like, everybody can do that. It's just, it takes a lot of work and it sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It sucks sometimes. Doing the hard work, it sucks, but the rewards are way worth it. It's so worth it. And maybe at the time that you're going through some situation, you don't realize, the payoff is gonna be way better. But once you do it once, then you start having a little bit more faith, kind of like the intuition, what I was
Yeah.
talking about. you know Once
Yes.
you trust it and you know that, yeah, even though it sucks and you have to do hard work, and that means really looking into yourself and realizing, like, what's wrong with me, because who wants to really look at themselves and be like, oh, look, I have this problem, I need to figure this in. It's not fun.
No. No. No, it's not fun. And then it's especially not fun when other people have accused you of those things, and then you realize that you really do those things, and it's like, oh, I don't want those other people to be right. you
Yeah,
know?
like you
It's
realize, oh
no,
shit, I was
that's
in
not me.
denial this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, yeah, kind of embarrassing.
It is, but you just gotta like show your scars and just let it go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Learn from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learn from it.
Something else too, I did want to bring up that I just remembered is that as people are releasing blockages and tapping into more of their natural psychic abilities, um, I think I figured out the reason why opening this stuff up can be so scary and spooky sometimes. Because I think that with the programming that we've had, once a blockage is released, our subconscious is like sitting there waiting to just come right in. And we get overcome by this fear because, first of all, we don't understand what's going on. We don't know what's going on. And then we end up tapping into images or entities or energies that seem like they're scary or that they're bad, when in reality what we have to do is, it's like the subconscious floods in, and we have to harness it and just get control of it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I like that.
Ooh,
Yeah, you got
it's
the
like I'm
control.
running at an incredible speed.
No, but yeah, yeah. Wow. So the, how you came out with that? Did you went through something or?
Oh yeah, okay, so when I had that moment where I had that crazy gut feeling and that vision, and it put me into a state where I felt like I was going to end up having a seizure.
Yeah.
um, the visions that I was having was created by, it was by my own fears, and it was also a warning from my intuition that if I continued on the path that I was on, that was the outcome. But I didn't understand that that's what it was at first, and it really freaked me out. But I knew it was my intuition. The thing is it was just friggin' scary. And it wasn't
Yeah.
until like you and Bright Celtic Moonlight, and there was a couple of other people that were like, no, you're okay, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
you. It's just your intuition. And then I just had to learn how to take the lesson from it, not fear it. Yeah, figure out what message I was supposed to be
Yeah.
extracting from it.
Yeah. And that's awesome. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
mean
so
that's awesome that sorry, I didn't mean to. It's awesome that you can have people that you can call and or message, and that's like we were saying about the community that
yes.
has been there before, and they can help you aid in this process you know
Yeah.
and everybody's different, so maybe something that I know or that worked for me might not work for you, so it's nice to be able to talk to somebody else that can help you
Mm-hmm.
or can have a different opinion, or not opinion but experience, or
Yeah, someone to make you feel a little less crazy, because when you start
yeah,
to feel like you're crazy, you're blocked. You end up getting blocked, and then those visions and stuff end up becoming worse, and they haunt you, and you want them to go away, and you don't want to embrace your gift.
yeah. Yeah, I remember when I started having my visions, there was, like I said before, they weren't scary visions, but it scared me because that never happened to me before, when,
Mm-hmm.
because it didn't feel like a dream, like I was sleeping. Anyways, it freaked me out because it was so foreign to me. And
Yeah.
I remember my parents were still living here when that happened. And I remember talking to my mom, and I was like, Mom, this happened to me. And she was like, oh, no, it was just a dream. You were just dreaming. And I'm like, oh, okay. So now it's nice to talk about to people that is like, no, actually, yeah, that's a thing that actually happened.
Yeah. It's stuff like that shouldn't always be written off as, like a dream, or some people try to tell me that something took me over, it was a bad entity trying to whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's okay, whatever.
Why I keep getting
Anyways,
burned?
long story short, I found out that it's all okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, sometimes releasing these blockages can seem scary, and then they affect you physically. Like when I released that block in my heart chakra, and the whole left side of my body went tingly and numb, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
Yes, I remember you freaking out. Like, I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I was
I
like, dude,
remember.
legit, something's up with my heart.
It's so cool because you learned something and I learned something, from it.
Yeah.
Like, we
And
learn from each other experiences.
yeah. And
I didn't know about the releasing the blockages was going to cause pain.
Yeah, who would have thought, you know? Yeah. I always believed psychic powers, it's an emotional, it's like a magical thing. It shouldn't affect your body.
Right.
But it's all connected.
Yeah.
It is all connected.
It truly is.
So, yes. Would anybody like to add anything else to this discussion about either narcissists or releasing blockages or anything like that? Good night, Matt and Jenny.
I don't understand. Linda Perez asked, if you're born full on ability and you're Christian, how would you deal if it caused bad health from stress?
Oh wait, if you do what?
I said, if you're born full on ability and you're a Christian, how would you deal if it causes bad health from stress? So,
that usually ends up pushing a lot of people into addictions or self-destructive behavior.
Yeah, because you're avoiding that, and if you're told that is not right, or here, maybe Linda, can you like rephrase your question or more specific? I'm sorry.
Oh, so let's see.
Okay, good night, Matt and Jenny.
Yeah, night, Matt and Jenny.
Good night.
Anja, or did I say it right, Anja?
I don't know. I said Anga, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, Rainbow White says the body fights the Chang of opening its chakras. I agree with that.
Why though? Why does it fight it? Do you know?
Personally, I believe it's because it's a physiological blockage. It's a literal blockage that gets released. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Anya, is that, how do you say that word?
I say Anya or Anja. I'm not sure. Are we butchering your name? I'm sorry.
She wrote it with a Y. That's how you pronounce it, with a Y. So it's Anya, whatever.
Yeah.
Anya. Don't know.
Hi, Debbie. Okay.
Okay, it says yes. The question I asked about bad health stress, bad health stress due to abilities or just sense that are natural.
Bad health stress due to abilities, or is it just senses that are natural?
Like, for example, like health, well, I don't know about health stress due to abilities. I know I had bad headaches when my third eye was opening, and I still have them sometimes. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's probably a mix of both. It seems like it's probably both.
Yeah. Oh.
But that's just my opinion as far as me knowing that stuff for a fact. And I'm not sure that I fully understand the question correctly, too, so I don't want to answer it wrong.
Yeah, maybe Linda, if you don't mind, her name is Linda, right?
Yeah. Constipated chakras.
Linda, if if you please, can you please leave a comment after this live show is up on YouTube, and maybe we can try to answer it better, right, Nizz?
Oh yeah, okay. So I think she's putting clarification in now.
Oh, okay, let me see.
Okay. By the balance restored back to health. Okay, so Linda, you're kind of in luck because this is something that I'm struggling with my mom. As far as her being able to balance her chakras and heal herself, from the inside out. And I have to say that so far I am impressed. But she's also very determined, and it feels like you are very determined, and I wholeheartedly believe that balance is possible. And so I don't know if you saw my show with Rainbow White, but Rainbow White was terminally ill as well, and she read the Bible in 30 days, and it was that helped turn things around for her as well. So I absolutely think that even if it's through some form of indoctrination, as long as you're taking from it what you believe is true, and not practicing the negative stuff that's implied throughout it, then I think it can be a very spiritual healing experience.
That's a great advice, Nizz.
Yeah, like whatever it is that works for you, that resonates with you. As long as
do
you
what it feels right to your heart.
Yeah, as long as you believe in it, you can make it happen for yourself.
Yeah. Let me see.
But that's something that I'm also working on, and I think that by doing like the psychic exercises and trying to open everything up, that's why like on my channel I brought up all of those psychic abilities, and the biggest one that I want to try and accomplish or figure out for this community was that psychic surgery. But that psychic surgery can't happen until the other abilities are opened up. Does that make sense? Are you frozen? Oh, okay.
No, I was reading the chat.
Oh, okay. So, working on that, I noticed that tapping in with like a collective consciousness or like a group of people where we're all focusing on like one common goal or a common like sending love out to the universe or something, that opens up, that in itself opens up a lot for me too.
And also I noticed too, when we do, you and me done this before with other people, connect our energies, and our abilities seem to be more on point or more. And actually you did it on your video, that the tarot cards, the one that you did, the psychic or no, what was, how do you name it?
The interactive tarot game.
Yes. I felt like when we connected all collectively, we were able to tap into things faster.
Yeah. You know what? I agree. And I feel like a lot of pressure sometimes, like when I actually connect and I feel the connection, it almost feels like I'm going to start to get a headache, like right here in my brow bone.
Yeah.
It's like, boom, it's like pressure. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to get a headache. No, it's not a headache. Whoa, I'm just really connected.
Yeah.
And then I can feel the connections.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But that says a lot, because imagine how powerful we all are if we all connect. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right? Imagine what kind of a world we could create. We would all be healthy. We would figure out eternal life.
Yeah.
We would all, we would live harmoniously.
Everybody will have empathy.
And we would have empathy, and we would all be individuals, but still be able to strive towards one common good for everyone.
Yeah. It would be a totally different place than what we are right now.
Yeah. And something else too that I was figuring out. Sorry, I'm going a little off topic.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So
wait, what happened?
You know how?
Hold on, something happened to my screen. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Go ahead. Nizz?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, got it. Okay, so you know how people talk about us being created by the Elohim, like we're just a dream, of the gods.
Right.
We're a creation, and we're like in like a simulation, but like a dream that the gods are co-creating about us, right? Okay, but in our human bodies, in our human form, there are specific emotions that we experience as human beings that the gods do not understand or they don't feel.
Wow.
So when we end up getting these downloads, when people get downloads, like I got an intense download a while back where it was like I was presented with this problem. It's like here's what's going on with humanity. How are you going to solve it? And I stayed up like all night long studying, going through things in my head, figuring things out, writing things out. And when I came up with the solution, it was like this crazy creative solution. It was like I felt like I got my reward or like an upgrade. But I think what's going on when people receive these downloads is what's happening is the gods are saying, here is a problem with humanity. What kind of a solution can you help us come up with? And I think the gods are trying to co-create through us with these downloads because they're trying to figure out how to help humanity by working through humanity. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wow. I never thought about it like that, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's why like the universe really does want us to succeed. And I think the more people who are keen to this, who are on the right kind of spiritual path and that are helping out with these downloads, we're only going to co-create even more awesomeness. Like the more people who are solving these puzzles, doing these things, figuring things out, figuring out the smallest detail about yourself helps give the gods answers
Wow.
that will help us. You know what
Wow.
I mean?
Yeah. That's really cool. When do
Isn't
you
it?
yeah, when you got that download, was it a while ago or just recent?
That specific download was last February,
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
almost a year ago.
Wow. Yeah, next month. Wow.
Yeah, almost a year next month. Now I've gotten many downloads, in the meantime, and there's
Right.
like problems that I'm presented with about myself, like this is what's wrong, Renee. How are you going to fix it? How do you solve it? And then when I figure it out, it's like, I already tell you sometimes I pass my tests or my lessons and I feel like
Yes.
my higher self is like, congratulations, you
Yes.
did a good job. You
Next
passed.
level.
Yeah, next level, right? But I
Yeah.
think that in going through that process, we're helping solve problems too. We're helping to solve problems on the grander scale, on the universal scale
Wow.
when
That's
we do
cool.
that. So that's why I think that it's just really important for like the more people who are doing this, the better off it's going to be. Like the more power we will be able to take back as humanity and take back control of our world, of our earth,
Yes.
our universe that we
Yes.
are part of.
Yes. Yeah. I love it. That's awesomeness. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, no problem.
So I don't know how long we've been on, but what time is it? Oh yeah. It's 11:17 my time, and I have
Okay.
work tomorrow, like every day. But if anyone has any more questions, let's see. Do you want to say something in closing about what we talk about the narcissism stuff? There's a few points I just want to point out about. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Why not?
Because there's a lot of them. So
Oh,
no, I was just gonna say that back to the narcissistic behavior. They just self-destruct. Mm, yeah, just self-destructing behavior. I'm gonna end up with that. Ended like that. Never mind about the papers.
Forget the notes.
Yeah, no notes. Actually, my mom, because I send the videos that I make and send them to my mom, and she's like, "Okay, daughter, I'm gonna say something to you, but I love you." And I was like, "Okay, what, mom?" And
Oh
she's
no.
like, "Well, you know how you write things and your notepad or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, it's not good that you just read them. It's just extremely distracting. So apparently, I need to stop reading and just say things." But the thing is, like when I write for a show that I want to record or whatever, like I don't want to miss anything when I say it. Like I'm writing as my thoughts are coming, like that's how I want to present the message. So
Yeah.
it's hard not to read it like it was written. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes total
So,
sense. That personally doesn't bother me.
well, maybe
Uh,
eventually I will do that. So I apologize if it bothers to somebody. Mom.
no one specific, but
Yeah.
personally, when anyone does that, it doesn't bother me
Okay.
because I do it too. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think everybody's saying goodnight in the chat.
Okay.
Do you have the chat open, Liz, or no? I have it. I was just.
Okay. Yes.
Well, good
Oh.
night, everybody. I'm not gonna name everybody, but I truly appreciate you guys being here and watching
Oh.
us and everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Yes. And actually, wait. Before we go, Linda asked a question
Oh, okay.
about a pop in her head. And she went to a pop happened in her head. It wasn't an aneurysm. She went to the doctor, and they said that nothing was wrong. Now, when that has happened with me, when I have felt that kind of a pop in my head, that was my third eye activating, and that has actually, I think Debbie, who I don't want to point anyone out, but Debbie recently experienced that too, and that's what happens when we are when we end up activating things in our third eye. And when it happens in your head, you may get like a headache for a few days, even nausea, feel sick to your stomach, feel like something's up and you feel like something's wrong, but nothing's really wrong. It's just that block that's being released. It's a physiological blockage that's released that has to do with your third eye activation.
Is that what they call the ascension symptoms?
Oh, I don't know, but that sounds legit.
Because it sounds like it. I've seen videos about it. So maybe, Linda, I recommend you, first of all, to subscribe to Nizz's channel if you haven't subscribed yet. She's great. And I really believe that you will benefit from the information that she puts out. Also, search ascension symptoms and maybe you can find some answers there. I don't know. That just popped in my head. But yeah, go ahead.
Yes, another great resource, Julie Poole, you guys. Julie Poole
Yes.
knows all about these blockages. She helped me with the blockage in my heart chakra. She helped me to balance what I needed to balance, and it stopped my whole left side of my body being numb. So Julie Poole is a great resource as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I will also. Okay, Linda. I'm gonna put Julie's poll info on the information or what's it called, that
The
bar?
description box.
The description box, and maybe you can check it out. And she's great. Like Nizz said, Nizz worked with her before, and I worked with her before, and I have nothing to say but great things about her. She also has a YouTube channel, and she puts out a lot of information there. So maybe check out those those channels and stuff. So hopefully you'll get
Yeah.
some answers.
There's also DNA activation channel. They talk about this stuff too. And sometimes we release blockages based off of the moon phase. Certain moon phases can bring
Yes.
releases of certain blockages. So
Yes.
it's good to keep up with those channels so that you can be
Yes.
aware of what emotions are going to be coming up due to the moon phase. And it kind of gives me an idea of which chakra I should be focusing on as far as releasing any kinds of blockages. So
Yeah.
that's good to know too.
Yeah, and with me, like I've been noticing that the moon phases really affect me, like in my
Yes.
head. Like I really get really, really bad headaches. So, so yeah, check them out, and yeah, I think that's it. Do you want to say anything else, Niz? Do you
I
want to
don't
add
think
anything?
so.
No? Okay. All right. Well, I don't think either. So again, thank you, Niz, for doing this weekly show with me.
No,
I thought you were leaving. I was like, ah.
oh no, I was adjusting. I thought I was frozen because it said my connection was unstable, and I was like, oh crap. So I was just like readjusting all crazy because I figured you didn't see me.
But thank you for having the weekly show with me. I appreciate it. And again, thank you everybody for being here. I love you
Yes.
all. Love and peace. And see you guys soon. Stay tuned for more vids.
Yes, all for one and one for all.
Yes. And hold on. I know how to do this now, I think. But anyways, good night, y'all.
Yeah, love you guys.
I don't know how to. Well, never mind. Bye.